Uncertainty has emerged at a crucial moment for Liverpool, with developments off the pitch threatening to complicate plans in the transfer market. What initially appeared to be a routine window strategy has now taken an unexpected turn, as a legal dispute casts doubt over a key situation behind the scenes. With preparations already underway for the months ahead, this latest twist presents an unwelcome distraction. The outcome could have significant implications for recruitment plans, squad building, and the club's broader ambitions as they look to strengthen. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool hold an interest in RB Leipzig winger Yandom Mande, but any summer move for the 19-year-old could be complicated by a legal row over his agents. Diomande will head into the summer as one of Europe's most in-demand players, but his chances of a transfer are clouded by a battle over his representation. As explained by The Telegraph's Mike McGrath, the Ivory Coast international was announced to have signed a deal with the Rock Nation agency, founded by rapper Jay-Z. But Diomande is also claimed to be under contract with longtime representatives Maxidel Management, who are prepared to launch a legal challenge if required. Maxidel have released a statement insisting the player remains contractually bound to our agency, with their deal said to run until 2027, including an exclusive right to his sale. Rock Nation, meanwhile, believe they have signed Diomande, legally having confirmed their partnership at the beginning of February. It is explained that any legal battle could be taken to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and clearly the lack of clarity would impact a possible summer transfer from Leipzig. With Liverpool among Diomande's suitors, they will be watching the process intently, knowing that any speed bumps would be an issue when it comes to finalising a deal. Though only in his first season in the Bundesliga, having joined Leipzig from Spanish side Leganes last summer, Diomande has proved himself a talent worthy of this level of interest. In 25 games so far, he has scored 9 goals and laid on 7 assists, including for Christoph Baumgartner's opener in a 2-2 draw with Dortmund on Saturday. Leipzig are reported to value their number 49 at around 100 million euros. However, a failure to qualify for next season's Champions League could not only increase the chances of him leaving, but also force that price tag to drop. Speaking to Bild over the weekend, Diomande revealed that he had already turned down the chance to join Chelsea earlier in his career, as it's not always just about money. It was a difficult time. I felt like for many people, it was all about money, the youngster explained. A lot of people told me I absolutely had to play for Chelsea. Then I stopped everything and made a decision for myself. I knew the president of Leganes. He had helped with my move to the USA. Suddenly I was faced with a choice, Leganes or Chelsea. It was risky, but luckily it was the right decision. I think patience is very important in football. It's not always just about money. If you play well, it will come naturally. I'm young. I need to play to increase my sporting value, to improve. And I wouldn't get that on the bench. In other news, Rio Ferdinand believes Rio Numoa possesses the raw tools, mentality, and natural ability to develop into an elite Premier League performer for Liverpool, adding his voice to the growing list of high-profile figures backing the teenager's rise. The 17-year-old winger has found himself at the centre of attention following his lively cameo in Liverpool's 1-0 victory over Nottingham Forest. Introduced late in the contest, Numoa injected urgency, directness, and fearlessness into his side that had largely struggled to impose themselves in the final third. In a game where attacking fluency was lacking for long spells, his brief contribution stood out. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher was quick to underline that impact, urging head coach Arne Slot to trust the youngster with more starts. Carragher argued that Numoa achieved more in 15 minutes than senior forwards Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo managed across the entire match. It was a bold assessment, but one that reflected the visible shift in tempo and intent once the academy graduate entered the fray. Ex-Liverpool striker Daniel Sturridge also praised Numoa's confidence and willingness to take responsibility in tight spaces. Now, former Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand has offered perhaps the most emphatic endorsement yet. Speaking on the Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast, Ferdinand named Numoa as one of 4 young players he would put money on to go on and dominate the Premier League in years to come. You know the 4 right now, if I was going to put money on, and going these 4, and you know what, it probably won't even be these 4 that go and dominate the Premier League and do crazy things. If you were going to put your money on 4 kids right now in the Premier League to do their thing, based on what you're seeing now, you've got Rio at Liverpool, you've got Max Dowman, you've got JJ Gabriel at Man United, and Jesse Derry at Chelsea. Jesse Derry, I know his dad, Sean, he's an ex-player, but I know the kid, wow, ridiculous, not only a talent, but an actual, as a kid who loves the game. You know, certain kids, they just love football and live and breathe. All the time he makes that, and the balls that you see, still one of those kids. For Ferdinand to include Numoa in that bracket speaks volumes. The former England international has watched countless prospects emerge over the years and rarely makes definitive projections lightly. His comments frame Numoa not merely as a promising academy product, but as a player with a ceiling to influence the league at the highest level. Among Liverpool supporters, optimism has quickly followed. The teenager's direct running, willingness to attack defenders 1 versus 1, and visible hunger contrasted sharply with the more subdued displays of Salah and Gakpo against Forest. While both senior forwards have delivered at various points this season, consistency has dipped and frustration has grown. It is within that context that questions inevitably surface. Reports suggest Slot still believes Numoa is not ready for sustained Premier League minutes. The Dutch coach has faced scrutiny over his integration of academy talent during his first campaign, and Numoa's situation has become a focal point of that debate. Development pathways are rarely linear. Managers must balance long-term progression with short-term results, shielding young players from excessive pressure while recognizing when momentum demands opportunity. Yet when established options are misfiring, the argument for calculated risk strengthens. Numoa's limited involvement would be easier to rationalize if Liverpool's front line were firing on all cylinders. Instead, his cameo against Forest has amplified the sense that something different may be required. Ferdinand's belief, echoed by Carragher and Sturridge, reinforces the notion that Liverpool may have a special talent on their hands. The challenge now lies in timing. Talent identification is one step. Nurturing it correctly is another. If Numoa continues to seize every brief opportunity with the same authority he displayed at the City ground, the calls for greater involvement will only intensify. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.